Hello everyone, we are Will and Alex, and today we're on the third leg of our summer road trip. So far we've been to Belgium and northeastern France, and now we're spending a few days visiting the Normandy beaches. In this video we're going to share everything we did in 48 hours and our recommended itinerary. We made the town of Bayeux our home base and drove our car from there. Having a car or camper is ideal, as each site is about 15 to 30 minutes away from the next, and they all have ample parking. On the 1st of September, we woke up in Bayeux. Arromanches is located at Gold Beach. It is approximately a 20-minute drive northeast of Bayeux and has a small parking lot adjacent that costs €6 for a passenger car. Good morning. We are here at Arromanches. It was the closest to where we're staying in Bayeux, so we're doing this first, and then we're going to make our way down the coast westward to some of the beaches and some of the other museums and sites today. So this place is cool because it's got a lot of fortified bunkers, and some of them are like completely intact, so you can go inside and they have some of the guns sticking out, and it's just a really cool museum that's along the cliffs here. It's a little windy today, but that's okay. This site includes some great memorials, including a 75-year anniversary D-Day art installation envisioned by a World War II veteran named Bill Pendle. The idea is a view from 22-year-old Pendle's eye during the storming of the Normandy beaches. After exploring the monuments and bunker on the cliffside, we walked down to the beach. Along the shore, you can find remnants of the old barges that were sunk to create a floating dock system in the harbor. Certainly not an easy task. After roaming the beach, we made our way back up the hill, passing by the Arromanches 360 experience, a circular theater that details the history of the Normandy invasion via footage from 1945. We decided to skip this installation as we planned to visit the large Utah Beach Museum during our stay, but if you choose to enter, it costs €7 for an adult ticket. We hit the road after about an hour exploring Arromanches to head to our next stop. These sites can be pretty heavy, so the drives in between can be good for decompressing. Cue the dance break. We quickly realized after getting in the car that we wouldn't have time to visit all the sites we had saved, and so we decided to visit the furthest location down the coast and work our way back. This would allow us to visit anything we missed the next day, and it would be a shorter drive from Bayeux. Once that was determined, we were on our way to the Utah Beach Museum. First of all, this museum is awesome. It is definitely a must-see if you're planning to visit the beaches of Normandy. It costs €8 for adults and €5 for children ages 6 to 15. World War II veterans and children under 6 are free. The museum is fully accessible and offers 45-minute guided tours and educational workshops. You can also find all the info on their website. Additionally, we needed to show our COVID passes to enter, so make sure you bring those along. The museum details the buildup and execution of the Normandy invasion during World War II and includes a wide variety of artifacts from the war, including planes and ships. So, we just finished up with the Utah Beach Museum, and it was a really awesome experience. Definitely would recommend that. I would give yourself at least an hour and a half to go through that if you're interested in going. There's so much there's so many artifacts, there's a ton of panels and videos. It's really, really well done. After the museum, we headed to lunch in Carentan. It's a 20-minute drive from the Utah Beach Museum. We decided to pick Carentan for its depiction in the movie Saving Private Ryan.
We got some delicious goodies, 2 different baguette sandwiches. We are at a place called this in Carentan. This is so good.
After lunch, we took the 20-minute drive to Maisy Battery, but unfortunately it was closed. This is a cool site because it was bulldozed over and lost in the records, but was recently rediscovered in 2004 when a man bought an old army uniform and found a hand-drawn map in the pocket, labeling the Maisy Battery. He was able to find the entrance to the battery, and the site has been slowly recovered since then. From there, we went to Pointe du Hoc, a 10-minute drive. There's a large parking area and visitor center where you'll find bathrooms. The site is well laid out with information panels along the pathways.
Where are we now?
We are at Pointe du Hoc. So this is the site of the Ranger Battalion that took the cliffs of Pointe du Hoc. Basically they took the cliffs and pushed the Germans back. It was a really strategic point because, as the name suggests, it is a point that sticks out into the ocean. It's kind of high cliffs. The Rangers scaled the 90-foot cliffs. It's a bit windy out here. Scaled the 90-foot cliffs and overtook the Germans. And then from there they were able to see more of the coastline. The last stop of the day was a 35-minute drive to Longues-sur-Mer Battery. And now we are at
Longues-sur-Mer.
Longues-sur-Mer. So we're gonna go walk out there. We're filming this because it's still really windy out. At Pointe du Hoc, I'm pretty sure the sustained winds were like 40 to 50 miles an hour. You literally had to lean over a little bit when you're out in the bunker. But yeah, it was really, really cool there. And here at the Longues-sur-Mer, we should be able to get into the actual bunker rampart, and there's some guns still in there. So excited that this is the last stop of the day. Should be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's like, what time is it? Like 6:30?
Yeah, 7:30.
Really?
Yeah.
It's 7:30 and they're allegedly open 24 hours. So we're gonna go see if they really are. I think there are people over there. All right, let's go.
There's no entrance fee and the site is open 24 hours a day. It includes numerous bunkers and cannons which are still intact. It offers a great perspective of the vantage point the Germans had on any naval fleet attempting to attack from the sea. There's no information on the site, but it is possible to sign up for a tour if you want more information.
Ooh, I still don't like it. I know.
After our stay at Longues-sur-Mer Battery, we drove 15 minutes back to Bayeux for the night. Day 2. We spent the morning exploring Bayeux, seeing the Notre Dame Cathedral and getting some tasty treats for breakfast. Definitely don't skip out on the French bakeries. Good morning from Bayeux. Alex is polishing off a chocolate croissant here. And we just walked around, went to the cathedral, Notre Dame Cathedral of Bayeux. Beautiful, it was built in 1047, so it's just about as old as the Paris Notre Dame Cathedral. We were going to see if we could see the tapestry from the conqueror of the Normans across Europe, but I think that we're just going to pass on that. Enjoy walking around this morning. Beautiful day out. We're finishing up here. Just got some delicious baked goods that we're gonna eat. Couldn't avoid the French bakery, but soon we're gonna go to take it down a notch a little bit and go to Omaha Beach and the American Cemetery. So a little bit more solemn. It's middle of the day, and then we're gonna head on our way to Paris. About a 3.5-hour drive from up here in Normandy. It's about a 25-minute drive from Bayeux to Omaha Beach. The beach is humongous, and there are several spots to park within walking distance to the water. We found one and walked along the beach and to the memorials there. About a 10-minute drive takes you to the Normandy American Cemetery. There's ample parking in a visitor center with restrooms and an exhibition space. Okay, so we made it to Omaha Beach. We're looking around, and this is actually our second spot on the beach. The beach is a few miles along. The picture in the book actually has a little bunker, but we're not seeing anything like that here whatsoever or at the other site. So we'll probably just have to take a picture and call it good. But yeah, it's a nice trip to the beach. Doing the intro in the car because it is super windy out. I think every day we've been here, it's been like 30-mile-an-hour winds or better. So yeah, can't hear much of anything on the beach, but it is a nice day otherwise.
Yeah, we had a good time walking around the cemetery. It's definitely a very solemn site and really big. But you could easily do the cemetery and the beaches in one day.
Yeah, they're about, if you want to park right next to the beach, a 10-minute drive apart, if that. So
yeah, sure. All right, well, let's go get a picture of the beach.
We drove once more to Omaha Beach to try to recreate this photo from our Around the World in 2000 Pictures book. 2 days on the Normandy beaches was a good amount of time, but 3 would be more ideal. There are so many amazing museums and historic sites to see, all within a short driving distance from each other. If we'd had more time, we would have liked to make a trip to Mont Saint-Michel, since it's only 1.5 hours up the coast from Bayeux. Thank you so much for watching, and please leave your Normandy recommendations in the comments. Till next time, bye!